If you keep on giving up and you're failing to achieve your goals related to fat loss, you don't need more motivation. What you need is this, the flywheel of fat loss success. And it's exactly what I'm going to give to you in this video that is going to allow you to go from this fat, tired, depressed, zero motivation, zero drive, fat individual to this illustration which looks like it's a blind man. It's not. It's a guy with a woman, because you're going to get more women. You're going to be stronger, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have more confidence, and another endless list of benefits from implementing this into your life. Because people think they need motivation, they don't, they need momentum. And that is what this is. This is a business concept in itself, but I've related it to fat loss because it works for absolutely everything in life. And the whole point of it is it's like a wheel, and it's very hard to spin initially, but you just have to build momentum and you have to push hard initially to get that wheel spinning. And once it's spinning, that's when it gets easy. So your goal should be to push the wheel, and I'm going to show you exactly the steps that are required to do that. So starting off is consistency. This is the first step that you're going to focus on. You're going to focus on just showing up. You're not going to worry about what's optimal, what's the best. You are going to focus on setting a goal. Maybe it's go to the gym 3 times a week. You just stick to that. That's your only goal. Don't worry about anything else. Just go to the gym. Even if you just go in the gym and you just do one exercise, that is still consistency of going to the gym, because you need to build that consistency in your mind. And this first section here is the toughest. It's when most people, they give up before they've basically even really put any effort in at all. This is probably going to be one of the hardest points of the whole time, is just starting. It takes a lot of force because obviously the wheel is not moving at the moment. You've got to push, but consistency. You've got to focus on that first before anything. And then next comes results. Not major results. You haven't completely transformed your life, but you're getting small wins. Maybe a t-shirt size goes down a little bit, clothes fit nicer, the scale drops slightly. Things like this motivate you. You see you're getting small wins, so what you're doing is actually working, and this just makes the wheel spin a little bit easier. And it helps build that momentum because you're getting motivation from the results that you're delivering for yourself. You're going, okay, this actually works. This is actually making me feel good. I'm looking better. I'm feeling better. Let's keep going. And then this is when you start to build habits, because it's not always forcing yourself to do something. Like for me, I've been doing this for so long. It's all just habits now. And when it's a habit, you don't have to think about it. There's no willpower involved. Like for me, going to the gym, for me, taking cold showers, for example, for me, going to bed at a certain time, it's all just a habit. I don't struggle to do that because I've been doing it for long enough. So once you've stuck to it for long enough and you've learnt to be consistent and you've got some small wins, it starts, after maybe about 3 weeks, it starts to reinforce those habits into your life. Meaning you've got to put less effort in, making, again, the wheel easier to move, builds up that momentum and causes an identity shift. And this is incredibly important for sustainability, because if your identity doesn't match the guy you want to become and look like, you're always you're just going to go back to this guy, because your identity got you here. And your new identity, you don't have to completely change your entire self, but your new identity that relates to your fat loss goals should match this. Got to cause an identity shift, which is done through building habits. The wheel, it reinforces itself and it keeps going, and the more it goes and you don't stop, the easier it becomes over time. That is the problem with losing momentum. It's a slippery slope because you've got to get the wheel moving again, which, like I say, is the hardest bit. And then the next one is physical change. Now you've actually changed how you look as a person, as an individual. You've maybe not reached your goal entirely, but you've got a lot leaner, you look a lot healthier, your energy, how you feel day to day has improved significantly, and you've gone from this guy to this guy, or very close to this guy, to where you actually wanted to go. And this just causes a lifestyle lock-in where it's no longer this goal that you have, it's just how you live. And that's what it's like for me. It used to be something that I'd have to actively work on, but now it's not a problem because I just live this way. And then once this lifestyle is locked in, it then reinforces that consistency, and that consistency reinforces the wins, that reinforces building more habits. That again goes back into your identity to solidify who you actually are now. more physical change because you're always going to be developing, you're always going to be growing muscle, losing fat, or whatever your goal is at the time. And it just keeps locking in that lifestyle and then consistency, and it's just constant. And for me, this wheel has been spinning for so long, I don't really have to touch it because it's just spinning on autopilot. My momentum is so high that it's incredibly hard to stop, that's the point of this lifestyle lock-in. You don't want to look back, you don't want to turn back, because your identity now matches the way you live, and that gets locked into your lifestyle. And this is a pretty simple concept. Not a lot of people really talk about this, but it is a very, very good way of thinking about it. And if I had to summarize a little sentence for you to take away from this video, once you have built momentum, protect it at all costs. Your momentum is incredibly important. Obviously, you've got to build it first, but once you have built it, you must protect it at all costs, because if you don't, you're just going to have to start the cycle again, and that is very hard, and that is why people give up and just go back to this guy that they were before, and it's not what you want. Push the wheel, that's the hardest part. It's when it's at its toughest, but then obviously you get motivation and it starts to get reinforced in systems and habits, and you change who you are physically, spiritually, and psychologically, and that causes the full lifestyle change and lock-in, and it's just a flywheel. And you will see major success if you think about it in this way. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some value from it. I do have a peak health program in the description that you can check out if you want to learn absolutely everything about achieving peak health. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some value from it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.